and you get all your needs met. They grow their own food. They have other ways of getting good food. It's usually all fresh produce. There's not very much processed food, so it's really easy to get your body in shape and get your mind in shape too. French press, one of my favorite inventions ever. I can make all different kinds of herbs, including coffee, of course, in here. Honestly, it tastes a million times better than coffee you get from like a coffee maker or whatever. Because, I mean, check this out, right? Like the coffee's down there in the bottom and you just add water, and so the water's completely saturating whatever's in there. Look, I don't need creamer or sugar when I do it this way. It tastes really good. There's conveniences that I'm not really ready to give up yet. One of which is having a clean shaven face right here, because I grow a lot of hair right there. People were suggesting to me to use straight edge razors or ordinary razors and cream, and I was like, dude, the best shape I've ever gotten, honestly, is from these electric ones. This is the trimmer one for this. But let me show you. I almost fucked my face up there. Let me show you how I do this. I bought this one specifically because it plugs in via USB, and I don't have like a power source yet other than the engine and the van. I just wanted to get going, but I already had battery packs. This one's got 3 outputs and 2 inputs for charging, so it charges quickly. It stores 30,000 milliamp hours, which is equivalent to 10 charges of your phone. So it's plugged into this, which just plugs in here when we're driving to the next place that we're going to stay. So if everything you have is, has a USB adapter, which you shouldn't have too many difficulties finding USB adapter devices. Like my water flosser, like a water pick kind of thing, is USB recharged. So the point I'm trying to make here is you don't have to have this like doped out RV or camper or like a totally doped out van to have most of the conveniences that you're used to. You don't have to spend a bunch of money to do it either. What I'm interested in doing is showing people how they can do things without using a bunch of money. For example, I love making videos, right? So you'd think, oh, you need a GoPro and you need a stand and you need a computer to do the editing, right? I don't do any of that. I have a phone and I do all the editing on the phone. So for additional power, we just happen to have this solar charger, and like Ebony just like got it in a trade from somebody, but I'm told it wasn't that expensive. So in the back, you can see it's got a couple USB ports, which goes to another battery pack I happen to have. So you can see it charging. We have 2 different sources of power that are charging battery packs. So if we sometimes that solar charger just sits in the dash. And so there's always charging happening in some way or another. And it's beautiful out here. Look at this. Do you hear anything? We're the only ones here. It's not like the weather isn't gorgeous. It is. It's like 68 degrees right now. And it's about 11 a.m. So once we got the mattress, which was like $100 maybe, like I said, we could have got one for free if we were patient enough. Sleeping here is nice. I mean, when you can just go to another campsite or another community with better weather, you know? So, I mean, I slept good last night. I woke up feeling good. So to be clear, I don't pay for the campsites I go to, including this one. And most of the time, they have bathrooms and fire rings so that you can, build a fire. Now, the interesting thing is the resources available for this, people don't really know about. So, I mean, I didn't know about it, but Ebony informed me, and somebody else informed me of another place. But basically, freecampsites.net. I'm sure there's other websites too that offer this, but this is the one that I've been using. This is exactly what it looks like when you pull it up, and you just zoom in to wherever you are. Let's say we're in Arizona. Let it load, and then all of these pop up. So the red ones are ones that you pay for, and the green ones are free. So maybe we're near here, and we just click on the green icon, and it'll say what kind of camping it is, what kind of, review it has. You can click that box, and it tells you more. The exact GPS location, which normally you can just type in the name of the campsite, and you'll get there in GPS. So 615 campsites, RV length, what kind of road you're going to be driving down, how long you can stay. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of information. And if you scroll down enough, you'll find out how much service you'll have, depending on who you're using. You'll see images, and here's some reviews. Now, let's say that we're looking for more of a homey feel, some community, like a family to spend some time with. So for that, there's ic.org. This is exactly what it looks like when you pull it up. Click the menu, and then I will go to directory, and I'll do map of communities. It's the same method. See? Look at all these. It's the same method as I use for free campsites. And you just click them, gives you a description, then you can go to their website or a description on ic.org, where they tend to explain pretty much everything you need to know. But at that point, if it sounds like it's something good, and you've seen the images, and you're like, wow, this sounds great, you can contact the community itself, ask your questions, and see if it's okay for you to come. I will say this about intentional communities. They have the healthiest population of children I've ever seen. I mean, they're mature, they're aware, they think for themselves, they're empowered, and they want to help out. They want to be involved. They're not turned off to it like the youth of today is, which I don't blame them. I'm turned off by it too, the way it is. So with all that said, all right, you can just get to an intentional community. Even if you don't have a vehicle, get in contact with them. You could probably catch a flight into the nearest city, and someone will come pick you up. And if you want to travel from community to community, they have work trade programs where you can get transportation to the next community, and you work there 15-20 hours a week. So these are people who usually are very open, accepting. They tend to have group meditation during the day, group yoga, and in my experience, you can stay in their community, and they usually have quite a few structures for people to stay in. Usually things they built, like the one you saw at Wind Spirit Community, which was amazing. It had a great view and everything. You should go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And you get all your needs met. They grow their own food. They have other ways of getting good food. It's usually all fresh produce. There's not very much processed food, so it's really easy to get your body in shape and get your mind in shape too. Now, other than really believing in this way of life that I've discovered, because I really believe in it, it's changed my life. I mean, you can see I lost 60 pounds. I smile all the time. I'm taking calculated risks. I'm actually alive. Other than believing in it, which is why I'm sharing this information, I'm having a lot of people reach out to me, ask me to give them like lists of campsites I've been or lists of intentional communities I've been. And the implication seems to be there's just a few of these places that are nice to go to. It's not true. They're all over the place. Find what you want, what works for you, where you want. With how many people are reaching out, it's a lot easier for me to create a video that walks you through the process and provide motivation through videos so that you have the energy and inspiration to do it. But ultimately, this is a change you're going to have to take a leap of faith. That's what's going to have to happen. I'm trying to show you that that leap isn't as scary as it seems. There's good people out there. There's good resources out there. You can do this.